Going to try to get a breather.
Jagger Fergus through the middle, scores!
Jaden Grube splits the defense, goes backhand deep.
Here comes Weisblad in left circle, loads, fires, and scores.
Thacker a steal, in on goal, he shoots, he scores! What a goal!
As you fade away, as you fade away.
Bedard to bring him up for Regina. 1-on-2, step by the defenseman. A minute. And he scores! Connor Bedard puts on a show.
Picks it up again, flips it in front, shot, big score! Trying to cut to the middle, he does, he scores! What a goal for Dalen Kiesler.
Pull it back to the net, shot, fire, score!
As you fade away, as you fade away.
Glennon saucer pass to Finley, now down low. Savoy scores! They score! Andrew Crystal, the lacrosse goal! Looking for the hat trick, the shot, he scores! Riley Fiddler Schultz. And a shot, save made by Burbank! From his knees! Stakeholder goes top cheese! McLennan, he'll dance right in. Connor McLennan scores! That's another highlight reel going!
For the first time this season, the Moose Jaw Warriors will be at full strength, and you can feel the excitement around the team. Hello, I'm Mark Smith, and welcome into the hangar here in downtown Moose Jaw for another battle between the Moose Jaw Warriors and the visiting Prince Albert Raiders. We have plenty to go through here on the IKS Media Warriors Live pregame show, and let's start with the Warriors, who are coming in after going with a home-and-home split against the Regina Pats during the opening weekend, while the Raiders, they sit at 0-2-1 after falling 6-2 to the Winnipeg Ice on Wednesday. Tonight will be a different look for the Warriors than opening weekend, with 6 key players back from NHL training camps. Denton Matejchuk, Jagger Fergus, Cole Jordan, Max Warner, Eric Alry, and Martin Ryesavi are all back for the Warriors. Robert Bacco is also going to be in the lineup tonight after serving his 5-game suspension over the opening weekend that stemmed from the preseason. For more on what we can expect to see from this Warriors squad this season and this weekend, and looking back to the opening weekend and what they can clean up coming out of that split against Regina, let's head down to the Warriors dressing room where I spoke with head coach Mark O'Leary. Being joined by Moose Jaw Warriors head coach Mark O'Leary before tonight's game against the Prince Albert Raiders. Let's go back to last weekend, a split against the Regina Pats. What did you like, and what did you think the team needs to clean up coming out of that opening weekend?
Well, I think we gave up too many opportunities off the rush, where I think we were a little hesitant in terms of coming back and just the details of how we're coming back into our own zone. But again, we were real young last weekend, so in that sense, I was real proud of the way that we played. I think we started to see our identity in terms of how we want to play. It's real nice to get some older guys back in the lineup, though, for sure.
Yeah, you mentioned that. Lots of guys returning from NHL camps this week. How much is this kind of the lineup you're hoping to see and expecting to see this season?
Yeah, it's really energized our group here for practice this week, and it's exciting. You know, we've been talking about to the start of this season for a while now, that we're excited about the opportunity we have with so many guys coming back, and expectations are what they are. But job number one is to get everybody back in town, and we're starting to get there.
After the opening weekend, how nice was it to have a full week of practice to kind of work on some things here at the Moose Jaw Men's Center?
Yeah, I think the early part of the season here has been real good in that sense. 4 full practices all week, and we can tackle a lot of things. Whether it's the skill side, practicing with the puck, and obviously the details without the puck as well. So all that stuff's important, especially this time of year. But it's been real good, selfishly as a coach, for sure.
First meeting with Prince Albert tonight. What are you expecting out of the Raiders here this season?
The same hardworking, diligent group that we saw last year. Again, there's some familiar faces on their side, and I know with their coach Jeff Truitt, he will have them ready, prepared, and playing playing a certain way. So we'll need to be ready. Obviously, we're playing at home, and we want to have a little better result than last week at home, but we know we're going to play a real hungry group.
Well, good luck here tonight.
Great, thank you.
Thanks again to Coach O'Leary for taking the time to speak with us here tonight. Braden Yeager had a goal and 3 points in last Saturday's home loss. He played really well in that game after going pointless in the opening game of the season. We'll hear from him and what he thinks the Warriors can do to improve coming into this weekend, and what it's going to be like to have that full lineup. But that's next here on IKS Media Live Warriors pregame show.
Does this look familiar? Your fans deserve an incredible arena experience. It's time for an upgrade. Stunning graphics. Revenue opportunities are just the beginning with our in-venue display systems and scoring technology. Let us help you find the best solution for your facility. BDG, always delivering the best fan experience.
It's where co-workers gather for team lunches. It's where first dates feel a little less awkward. It's where friends are treated like family. It's the Mad Greek.
Thank you for 20 years of local love and support.
We can't wait for the next 20 years. We love Moose Jaw.
Dine in, take out, or delivery for the best ribs in town. Pizzas, pastas, and authentic Greek cuisine. It's the taste of tradition at the Mad Greek, 925 Main Street North, Moose Jaw.
Welcome back into the Moose Jaw Event Center, getting set for the this Friday night tilt between the Moose Jaw Warriors and the Prince Albert Raiders. For more on what the Warriors are expecting here tonight and what it's going to be like to play with a full lineup, let's head back down to the dressing room where I caught up with forward Braden Yeager. Being joined by Braden Yeager before tonight's game against the Prince Albert Raiders. I guess coming off the opening weekend, you guys split against Regina. How did you feel those two games went for this team, and what did you guys like, and what do you want to clean up?
Yeah, I think it was a pretty successful weekend for us. Obviously, missing some key guys that we got back now, and I think a lot of key guys stepped up last weekend. So we're real excited to have the guys back and have a good weekend this week.
With those guys back, is it time to hit the ground running now for this team?
Yeah, we're nothing short of a win is acceptable for us. So we're gonna look to play our game, and obviously it's exciting having these guys back. So we're gonna kind of hit the ground running now and keep going throughout the whole season.
What was the focus this week in practice coming out of the opening weekend?
Yeah, just touching up on some of the stuff we didn't do so well, and things we did well as well. This week throughout the practice last week, and we had to work on it with our younger guys obviously stepping into the league. So I think we did some pretty good stuff this week, and we're excited for this weekend. What do you guys expect from Prince Albert? This is the first time seeing them this year, but they usually play a pretty hard game. Yeah, like you said, they play a tough game. Obviously, they're pretty gritty, and they always bring their best game, and they play super hard. So we're gonna push back and not take anything, and just put pucks in the back of the net. Good luck tonight. Thank you. Thanks again to Braden Yeager for joining us here on the IKS Media Warriors pregame show. Let's take a look at the starting lineups for both teams here tonight, and we'll start with the Moose Jaw Warriors, who turned to 20-year-old netminder Connor Unger in net. Unger picked up a win in the season opener, his first win in a Warriors jersey. He has a 4 goals against average and an .897 save percentage. Last year with Red Deer, 21-9-1 with a .243 goals against average and a .911 save percentage. He was acquired in a draft day trade by the Moose Jaw Warriors. On the back end, it is the Moose Jaw Warriors' newly minted captain, Denton Matejchuk, the first-round pick of the Columbus Blue Jackets, is returning for his first game of the season and wearing that C on his jersey for the 18-year-old. He's the 35th captain in Moose Jaw Warriors history. He had 13 goals, 64 points last season for the Warriors, was Defenseman of the Year here in the East Division.
He will be paired with the big, steady defenseman, 19-year-old Lucas Brenton. 1 point in the season opening series against Regina. That will be a steady duo for the Warriors on the back end this season. Up front, a lot of skill for the Moose Jaw Warriors. They go with Braden Yeager centering, aligned with 2 players returning from NHL camps. Martin Ryasavi back from Columbus's camp as well. He was a 7th-round pick of the Blue Jackets. He's making his season debut. And Jagger Furcus back from Seattle Kraken training camp, where he made his NHL preseason debut on Tuesday. He will be on the right wing for Braden Yeager, with coming off a 36-goal, 80-point season for Furcus last year. Braden Yeager, a goal and 4 points last weekend against Regina. He will center that line for the Moose Jaw Warriors here tonight. Over on the Prince Albert Raiders side, it'll be Tychon Chaika in net. He's 0-2 with a 5 goals against average and 821 save percentage, but he was a big part of the success for the Prince Albert Raiders last season. Chaika 22-21, 3-1 last year, had a 279 goals against average and a 904 save percentage in 51 games last season. So he will be key for the Prince Albert Raiders to have success here tonight against the Warriors. On the back end, they will have Terrell Goldsmith, 1 goal so far in this season for Goldsmith. He had 2 goals, 4 points last year. He'll be paired with Landon Kozier, 1 assist on the season. And that will be the back end for the Prince Albert Raiders. Up front, it will be Keaton Sorensen centering a line with Ryder Ritchie, who has a goal and 2 points so far this year for the Raiders. On the other wing will be Sloan Stanek, 2 assists. Stanek, one of the highest scoring returnees for Prince Albert this year, 22 goals, 49 points last season. He was acquired in a trade with from Everett. From Regina. Stanek, big season last year. Could have a possibility of having a very big year this year for the Prince Albert Raiders. So it's going to be a tight battle. These 2 teams in the East Division never let each other go without a hard-fought game. The Warriors, obviously, with a lot of excitement, with 6 players returning from NHL camps. Big news earlier today, Max Warner, the Warriors' veteran defenseman, signing with the Edmonton Oilers after an impressive showing at their training camp. He signed a 3-year entry-level contract. So congratulations to Max, the 7th-round pick of the Edmonton Oilers, now a signed NHL prospect. He was undrafted into the WHL, listed by the Warriors after the 2018 WHL Bantam draft, and now he's a signed NHL prospect, so big for him. As I mentioned earlier, Denton Matejchuk named the 35th captain of the Moose Jaw Warriors. The other assistant captains will be Braden Yeager and Atlee Calvert. You can find out more about that at mjwarriors.ca. So that will be big for the Warriors as well, and just getting the steadiness of Matejchuk, Warner, Cole Jordan back on the back end. Up front, Ryasavi with Jagger Furcus and Martin Ryasavi, Jagger Furcus up front, as well as Eric Ulrey bringing a lot of offense for the Warriors. 25 goals, 58 points last year. So those will be big additions back to the Warriors lineup. We'll see what it looks like for the Warriors here as they battle the Prince Albert Raiders here at the hangar in downtown Moose Jaw. Let's now head down to ice level where the pregame ceremonies are getting underway.